Is Cathy there?
Yes, we're
Hello?
here.
Okay,
Hello?
and you're there with your daughter, Caitlyn, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and then I'm so terrified of ruining this name, but if you're there, could you say your name for us?
But, of course, it is Deitre.
It's Deitre, okay. That's what I was thinking, but,
Yes.
I did not want to embarrass myself.
Oh, that's okay. I get it all the time.
Okay, so Deitre, we'll start with you. So you went to one of the casting calls this weekend in North Carolina. Are you actually from North Carolina?
I'm actually from Anderson, South Carolina, so it took me about an hour and 51 minutes to get there. My son and I drove up that morning.
Okay, I love your accent. That's why I decided to ask. So what time did you get there? Did you get there right at the beginning? What was it like?
Well, I hope to have gotten there, several hours early, but I got there right at 10 o'clock. And when I got there at 10 o'clock, there was a extremely long line out of the mall front doors, and it went all the way through the mall, clear across to the other side. But I must say it went extremely swift. I was only in line for about an hour, but because of that, I was able to see a variety of people that were waiting as well as I was.
And what kind of people were at your call?
I would say at my call you had some that were teens that were dressed very professional. They had beautiful headshots in their hand. You had some parents there with their children, with their babies, ordinary people like me with my son, and then you had some that were dressed for the part. I saw one young man, yes, he was dressed as one of the members of the tribute, and if you go to the Facebook casting page, they have his picture posted. It was really weird because I was thinking, oh, my goodness, why is he dressed like that? And then I thought, oh, that's why he's dressed like that. So
that's really funny.
Yes, it was very unique. Mm-hmm.
And Cathy and Caitlyn, did you guys have a similar experience?
Yes, we did, but we got there about 9 o'clock in the morning, so we were pretty close to the front of the line. So when the line started, like I said, at 10, we were done by 10:12. And we were
so basically they were sort of just looking at your application and your picture and filing that away?
Yes, correct. I would say so, yes. Now, they did, they asked my son what grade was he in. They kind of looked, and I noticed that they kind of looked at us as they were talking. They put a T on my page and my son's page. I can only assume that T possibly was for tall because he and I are both tall. He kind of glanced at other people and saw they were getting an A on their page or an S on their page. I'm just guessing maybe average or short. I have no idea.
Yeah, I was reading some of the comments. I saw some of the comments at one of the fan sites, and people were talking about getting T's and A's and C's, and then some people got numbers, like, 1 or 4. And does anyone have any idea what any of that means?
Artemis says it. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, yes.
I was going to say, no, Artemis posted on their page today, that their Facebook page, that not to worry about what the numbers or anything meant. It was just their way of filing and getting everybody into sections and categories and things like that. So obviously they don't want to reveal what they mean.
I know, apparently so. Now what I'm wondering, and all three of you can answer this. Okay, so the working title of the film is Artemis, and the casting calls were sort of advertised as being for this mysterious film, Artemis. But did everyone there basically know that it was for the Hunger Games?
Through the conversation that I heard in front of me and behind me, yes. Yes. And I almost I was going to wear my Hunger Games T-shirt, and I'm so glad, that I didn't, because then I would just really stand out. But I think so. I think everybody knew it was for the Hunger Games, but that's only speculation.
And, of course, they can neither confirm nor deny.
That's right.
Right.